And these are the two folders with the suggested routes. And I think two of you can probably greet everybody and hand these out.
Welcome to Wallace Gardens.
Go down the path and then go way down here and then go to the garage door and take a left. Thank you.
Welcome to Wallace Gardens.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome to Wallace Gardens. I'm Wally.
Hey,
hi, Wally.
nice to meet you.
Go up, you can talk to my granddaughter Ginger,
Okay.
and she'll give you a suggested route to go through for a self-guided tour.
Beautiful.
Great, thank you so much.
And she'll tell you that and then go way around.
All right, wonderful.
Thank you.
For the self-guided tour.
Thank you.
Self-guided tour route.
Oh, wonderful. Are you having fun today? I come from Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago.
Why'd you come here?
Well, I came here to see the wonderful estate. What people do is a reflection of their own interests, and it's always kind of marvelous to see what happens.
Impressive. Impressive that this is an individual's estate. It is very cool to see just the love and care for it.
Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, stunning.
Where are you from?
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
You're welcome.
Great. We appreciate the opportunity to see this garden.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Where are you from?
Alabama. From Alabama, yeah.
Ambitious.
Yes. I think anybody from our background understands the amount of work that goes to maintaining something this large, this extensive, especially since it's very formally balanced, because then you can't make too many mistakes. They're noticed right away when it's very formal like this. Absolutely exquisite. It's a beautiful, beautiful garden, and it's a size and scope you don't often see from a homeowner. This is more public garden scale.
It's a very impressive garden. I like formal gardens, and this is just, it's an amazing backyard garden. It's just amazing.
Yeah, my feeling is it's a very complete kind of experience, that it's got the interesting transition between different kinds of spaces.
As a public garden designer, I just think it's really interesting to see how some of the paths are made and things like that, because there are things that we can't do. And so it's refreshing, because I love gravel paths, and especially the real fine gravel over in the other garden. It's very fun.
The Italian design is just really neat. You don't see that often in this country anyway. So yeah, that is really beautiful.
That's beautiful. It's a wonderful garden.
Excellent. My favorite thing is probably the wine gazebo.
Oh, back over here.
Yeah. I like that feature.
Yeah, I like the
And the
straight
old
lines, long views in the garden. I think those are great.
I found this half much more enjoyable, much simpler. The idea of simpler use of materials and broader strokes.
I normally just go straight to the berries, even if they're not ripe, because it just reminds me of when I was younger. And I also love berries. These are, I think, raspberries. And they're not really ripe yet, but you can kind of see them starting to pop out there.
The sculpture garden definitely makes me think of Rome or Greece.
I like all the colors and how they're all so different, but they all go together so well.
I also really like how this garden was laid out, how it has the middle walkway, and you can go around the sides too to see all the different flowers.
I think the trees, the layers that he's created, it just draws you up, and he's got the low, the middle, and the canopy very well developed. So it's very open, very friendly, and it invites you. It's an inviting garden.
It's amazing, but the colours, I think, the combinations of colours have been so beautiful, and I like seeing architecture and parterres
nice clean lines and box hedges, and then using the plants to fill in around them in all those lovely colours. There's lots of reds, and then even this stonework here is just beautiful.
What architectural elements caught your eye?
The wrought iron gate. Definitely, I spotted that from over here somewhere and went straight over there.
How does this compare to, do you think, contrast to a British garden?
I think this would do very well in Britain. I think it'd be really popular. People would love it.
Getting away from turf down the line is going to become a tremendous issue in this country. Water usage, fertilizer, pesticides. So anytime people take areas like this and convert it to a different use that's lower impact on the environment, I love that. And it's funny because I'm sure it's this part that wows and impresses like the average gardener, but I truly appreciate when people are recognizing the fact that we're making an impact on the environment, and this is one of those ways to lessen that negative impact. I look at this part, and from a public garden perspective, all I can think of is labor and work. I mean, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
My dad is out there somewhere, and he's in the long.
Oh, so it's your father?
It's my father, right?
Okay.
But yeah, there's discussion, right?
Yeah, these are the types of places.
But if you have ideas, he would love to hear your thought or your ideas or your input on that.
Well, there's a lot here to catch your eye. I think when you come to these gardens, you're really impressed how much it is a private estate, and there are places that match how Mr. Wallace uses his gardens. You know, he clearly comes out and sits on the bench behind us. He comes out and he enjoys the garden rooms. But his tastes are exquisite. This is a fantastic garden. To think on this scale is, very fortunate to have that experience.
What did you think of the garden architecture that you walked by or saw?
Well, it's interesting. I've seen a couple of different things. I've seen uses of different stone. I've seen the gazebo. I've seen this wooden structure over here that clearly looks like a gathering space. He clearly enjoys lots of materials and bringing different elements into the garden, and that's wonderful and helps make it special and reflective of his own vision.
So I have to say the first thing that really caught my eye were the little children's sculptures on the way up here. They just have a beautiful little spirit to them, and they give a real sense of tranquility and serenity to this space, which was nice to walk in amongst these oceans of grasses and meadows and then see these beautiful little sculptures. That really sets the tone on your way in. It was beautiful. And as I was going into the garden, those rich, really deep purples of the cotinus that are set within the potager, and then throughout the garden they've got berberis and other. I love that rich jewel tone purple in the garden, that contrast, so that caught my eye. And the hardscape surfaces as well. I really like the different edgings and the brick paths, the different gravel paths. Pergola with the ropes. I've never seen that before, and I've been to a lot of gardens and I've never seen anyone use ropes like that, so that was really fun. And I just thought, I bet kids would love to try to jump up and grab that and pull on the one end of the rope or the other. That looked like fun.
Well, he's got a lot of nice little pockets and garden rooms and things hiding. You come around the corner and like, wow, what's this? What's this? What's on the map? Yeah. And I love that there's, you have the woods behind it. I know it's a little bit quieter because you're away from the main space. So we came with 100 people or so today. Now it's just the three of us, and you can hear the populace and the birds. And
as we walked up this path, the stone caught my eye, all the different veins in the stone, and then some of the features on the tops, like at the corner of the steps going up to the gazebo, there are beautiful little knobs that look like geodes or different kinds of rounded layers. But if you look at the stone, these really beautiful different shades and layers, and then the top with the red. It's just spectacular. It's such a fascinating stone. I think I could look at this all day.
He's really into stone.
I can appreciate that.
I think what's nice here is that the landscape that's present could have taken over the whole garden, but Wally tried to make different experiences happen along the way, and so they're nicely integrated and surrounded by the natural landscape, and so it feels like it almost belongs. It's hard to say given that it's certainly an artificial man-made thing, but it feels like it belongs here, so he did a good job. Compared to, we couldn't make this lush thing happen on a grade like this. No way.
Right.
The person who planted this understood the planting.
They did, because it's in the light
possible.
shade.
the planting and the plan and the design, very intelligent, don't you think? All around?
I do.
Did a really good job.
Clearly, they're awesome.
I think the garden's fantastic. Lots of effective plant combinations used to create different experiences in different garden rooms. Very pleasant, intentionally planned and maintained for the owner's purposes.
Well, it's uplifting. This garden is very much uplifting. To have the ability to create such a special place is unique, and it's quite a joyful and soulful exercise.